So, today we have a very special guest. We've been here in the South Point Hotel in Las Vegas, and we have Master Aaron Norris here. So, first of all, let me say thank you for that coming here. I have to talk to you, and it's a great pleasure to me, and I appreciate that so much.
I've enjoyed you guys already over the last couple of days. It's been a lot of fun.
So the people all over the world, especially in Europe, they know the name Norris, and they know you as a director, an actor, and so I guess not everybody knows that you are such a successful martial artist. So
I know.
When did you start martial arts?
I started martial arts when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
And my Chuck came back from Korea. He was in the Air Force when I was 8 years old. And when he came back, he had nobody to work out with. And in those days, no one knew the word karate. Everything was judo. And and so we worked out in our backyard. It was us Norris brothers, us three brothers. And people started looking over the fence, watching us work out. And pretty soon there was like 50 people looking over the fence because we were jumping up, kicking the bags and stuff. And so my stepfather told my brother, I says, why don't you start making some money teaching this, you know, charge $5. And so that's how we started.
That's a creative business idea.
Yeah. And then we started doing demonstrations to promote our studios. And I was 9 years old then, 10 years old, so I would beat up my two bigger brothers, you know, and it was, we went on for years like that.
So I guess there is in between you and Grandmaster Chuck Norris probably 11 years.
11
is
years,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, so would you say that the influence from him is the most important thing for you to start martial arts?
It's not like I had a choice.
It's in your DNA, probably.
I'm a pretty aggressive person who I like adventure. I like I was a stuntman also for many years.
Yeah, I know.
Let me turn that off. I'm sorry. I like all adventure. So karate to me was the ultimate adventure. And then in the 1960s, my brother was mentoring, bringing people over from the Orient and helping them get established in California, in the United States. So I had all these grandmasters in my studio, and I went, hey, I'm gonna train with them. I want to know what they know, you know. And I saw them doing these weapons, so I learned all their weapons, and it was great. That was just a wonderful time. I was about 14 or 15, and here I'm training with some of the grand masters of the world. You know.
Great.
So from Japan, Okinawa, you know, Korea.
So is that, I mean, if I think two brothers, talented brothers, they start with the same thing, start both with martial arts, so, and then you work together, you as a director, he as an actor, so how does it work?
I love directing him because I can get back at him for everything he did to me as a kid.
Oh, you pay back?
Yeah, when he gets he gets blown up, I go, I really didn't believe that. Let's do it again.
How does he handle that?
Oh no, he's great. He's gotten mad at me before that, but it's fun.
That's cool.
Usually he and I we're in the same brain link. We can hear each other's thoughts. You know, and so when we're filming, we're really around.
That makes it easier, right?
Makes it easier, yeah. And it's wonderful when you can work with an actor like that.
Yeah.
And there are other actors who are, work like that as well.
Yeah.
And,
so what was the worst experience to work with your brother, and probably in a movie? Where would you like to say, oh no way for that?
Well, my brother would do stuff. He'd do it just to get a charge out of me. I would say, don't trust this railing on the back of this truck because we haven't secured it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's not for anything. And he'd go do a flip off it, while the truck's moving. And he did it, and my heart stopped. Right? Because and he'd do it just to scare the crap out of me,
Wow.
And we just got back at each other, But we were always having fun. I mean, we work hard, so you have to really enjoy and have passion for what you do.
Well, that sounds great. So what do you think the influence of the Hollywood movie industry? I mean, Grandmaster Chuck Norris and you are based on martial arts style. So martial art is, you know, it's based on loyalty, integrity, something like that. So some people, I guess, some people change when they working in this industry. Does you feel that?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that?
They get to a certain point, and and they change, and that basis is off insecurity.
Yeah.
I believe, and you know, an insecure person.
Yeah. So that means it depends on your character, or
yes.
What do you think?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah, your martial arts ability and your character. Because if you are secure with yourself, you don't have to promote yourself. You don't have to try to be bigger than you are.
Selfish.
You want to be more humble.
Yeah.
And giving.
Yeah.
Not promoting yourself.
So I feel the last couple days on this event in here, every single people they talking about very respectful, and not just respectful, they talking would like to say with her heart. When I ask him question about Grandmaster Chuck Norris.
Isn't it wonderful?
It is beautiful, and I'm telling you what, I talked to many famous people, but nothing touched me more than this in here.
So that's great to hear.
This is unbelievable. I never have this before. And so my question is, what do you think? What is that based on? Is that a kind of believing? What do you think?
Yeah, well, you know, blood can make you family. Blood can make you related, but loyalty makes you family. Yeah. And we're a family here. Yeah. And with UFAF, and you can see and feel the family.
Yeah.
I feel it. I get emotional every time I come, you know, and see. Gosh, how many black belts do we have now? We have over 4,000, I think, black belts now.
It's unbelievable.
And I mean, we got maybe 900 to 1,000 here today.
Yeah.
You know, so
this is unbelievable.
It's a very special. It's our life. It's for me. It's like eating, you know, drinking water, breathing, and karate. I mean, they all kind of like, it's been my life. Everything I've done, and I've been honored enough. My brother was a great role model in the right way to present yourself as a martial artist and who you are.
When you look back in your life and you switch back to the early beginning when you start training with your brother and you have you know, vision and ideas, and you see that from the view now. So what would you like to say? The influence of martial art, does it make you to a better person?
Absolutely. Oh, and in so many ways I couldn't even describe it. Yeah. With my own family, even with my life, the way I carry myself, the way I meet people. Yeah. I love people. I love meeting new people, but there's a security in that, where I'm secure enough where I can expose myself. Yeah. Some people cannot expose themselves; they hold back, and again, that's just insecurity. Yeah. And it's sad sometimes.
It is.
Yeah, I find it that way.
Yeah.
But martial arts is it's just, again, to me, it's just that's Aaron Norris is a martial artist and a filmmaker. But first and foremost, I'm a father and a husband.
Did you think there is a time in life where martial art is not the right sport or not the right thing you have to spend time with?
No, never thought that. Why is because martial arts made me better at everything else I did.
It doesn't matter how old you are?
No, not at all. When I started in the film industry, I started as a stuntman. Yeah. Well, when I would do like a car crash or a high fall, I had the discipline of mind to know if there was trouble happening and how to react to it. Yeah. I had the reflexive action, how to get out of it. Yeah. I trusted myself because I knew my abilities.
Yeah. Yeah,
it saved my life quite a few times.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that helps you to survive, right?
Yeah, I might not have been here if I didn't have that martial arts training.
Yeah. So what do you think about influence to people? We can talk about bad influence and we can talk about good influence.
Sure.
So the influence the name Norris had all over the world. It's amazing. I mean, I've been here because
it's humbling, really. Yeah, I mean, it really is humbling.
Exactly, but you know, that's the reason for me to be here and start my martial art career was the way of the dragon. You know, so that's crazy, but it is.
Yeah.
It's the way it is. So, do you think that this organization has the focus on that to have good influence on people?
Absolutely. That's why we're here. I mean, we don't make. I mean, we're not making money off this. This is not something. I mean, it costs money for it. I mean, we're here because we love these people. These people are our family, and it's all goes back to the beginning.
Yeah.
We started something in the beginning that we can't stop, nor do we want to stop.
Yeah.
And it's a passion and a love for us to come and every year to our convention here and see everybody as a whole, and yet we communicate with most of them during the year also, because that's who we are, and fortunately we got into film so we can make a living.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
That's right.
Well, you know, we couldn't continue being martial arts teachers, you know, very long, and so we needed to make a living. So my brother and I, we got into film different avenues, but then we finally joined together after 4 or 5 years, and then when I started directing his films, that was just a joy. We have so much fun working together.
Would you say that this working together is even better for your relationship?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's a growth of our relationship. You know, because we get to be together, we get to think together, you know, and enjoy each other. And film gives us that. And I love, and we're a good team because he loves the script and he loves his characters. Or you know, but he doesn't like the business end. And the directing and the producing. And I love all the business.
You put it on your shoulders.
And I love that. You know,
that's awesome. Yeah.
You know, he can come to the set, or any actor I work with can come to the set, and I'm prepared. You know, and they'll know what shots I'm going to do that day. And usually what I'll do is I'll go to their motorhome and I'll talk them through the day. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do with them, and
makes it a lot easier too.
And it also gives them a security, you know, and they're comfortable now.
Oh yeah.
And also that we're working together.
Yeah.
They're on my team. I'm on their team.
So when I hear that, so I ask myself, so you should be a very creative person. I mean, directing and, you know, a stuntman and a producer, you be active as producer and martial artist. So if
that was my scary thing in life right there, what you're saying, is I had this creativity, but I didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before film. And I went in the Army when I was 17 years old, and I was a third youngest sergeant in the Army at one time. And I got out of the Army, and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And I always was creative, but I couldn't draw. I can't sing or play musical instruments. And it was kind of scary me because I had this, I would think these pictures.
All this power inside.
I'd visualize things. And when film fell in my life, I found I can see an entire movie in my head edited. So that tells me I know every shot that's going to happen in the film. You know, I work my way through all my shots and go to locations and do shot lists, and then in a time I will get that entire film in my head edited, and I'm ready to rock and roll.
If you see the picture from yourself, what do you think? You be more a martial artist, more an actor, more a producer, more a director?
A team player more than anything, but a director. I'm directing them.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
But I don't shut myself off, because all I can do is prepare the best that I can be, and let everyone know what I'm going to do so they can stay ahead of me. You know, they know where I'm going to next. A lot of times I'll see my director of photography overlighting the next scene. So we work it, because every day is money. You know, and I want all the money to go on the screen, not in somebody's pocket. So it's being prepared, and prep is really key, and knowing what you're going to do, you can prep properly.
Mm. So my grandmaster, Master Algarza, he's a very Christian person. He's a minister. I'm also a
very wonderful man.
Yeah, very wonderful man, and so we believe in a lot. And so my question is that a part of your life too?
Oh yeah, my mother was my Sunday school teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I couldn't get away with anything.
Oh, you grew up with that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
And, I was baptized when I was 12.
Oh, right. So, and if you see into the future, Mr. Norris, so what do you see? You be more active on producing movies or directing movies, or what do you see in your personal future?
I think I'll be producing more, because when I'm producing, I can do more than one project. Mm-hmm. When I'm directing, I'm solely on one project. Mm-hmm. And I've got some...
That means you don't like it?
I do love it. But I love both of them. I love directing. I really love directing. Mm-hmm. And I love just absorbing myself in one picture. Mm-hmm. But producing allows me to think about more than one movie. Mm-hmm. And the reason that is important to me is I have like 8 to 15 projects that I have right now that I want to do. I have, for instance, I have Patrick, the story of St. Patrick.
Oh yeah.
And and I have great movies like this that I just can't wait to shoot. I want to see them. Yeah. I want to go to the movie theater, get my popcorn, and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is it the same thing? You start with that? Is that the same thing?
Yes.
You be nervous and
I can't wait. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I've seen it. Well, when you're in post production, you see every frame. I mean, you edited it, all the way through it. Mm-hmm. But that first time you see it with an audience is like. Yeah. Wonderful. Sidekicks was a wonderful experience with that. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kids went crazy. It was just.
Well, the Sidekicks is it's very crazy. So because it's a kind of my life story. So with that young kid who has asthma, that was me, and since I was growing up and doing my martial art way and stuff like that. And that's very crazy. So I love that movie so much.
Oh, that's great. I think you'll notice in most of my films that there's a message, and I always try to put a positive. You won't find pardon me, a lot of bad language in my movies. You won't find sexual innuendos. Yeah. But you will find a message. Yeah. And sometimes it's hidden in there, but it's there.
So when you get a script like this, probably Sidekicks or Brad, all these famous movies. So what is your influence to play with that, or to have a different interpretation of that, or you know what I mean? Is that a way for you to be creative in that?
Sure, and I have no obligation to our Lord to minister. So I don't want to ever shove anything in anyone's face, but if I can put a little bit of a message in there, I will.
You can do that, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Look at Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
I mean, we quoted the Bible in Walker.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I said, let's don't write dialogue. Let's just use that paragraph.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So, Mr. Norris, I appreciate that so much, and I'm so impressed.
Well, thank you, and I'm looking forward to coming to Germany, and I want to do some films over there. So
I would love.
I'm looking into it already.
I would love it.
Yeah, I would love it too.
So
great German friends, and I'm anxious to get over there, and I love being in different places and learning new things, and for me it's a challenge visually sometimes, but also it gives the other filmmakers in Germany a different perspective. They get my perspective.
Oh yeah. You told me that there's a connection.
Yeah, and then I get theirs, which I learn, and that's how I learn, and that's how I'm going to grow.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever stop growing.
Yeah, that should be also the system of these whole organization. That's what the people always, or the board of directors, they told me, that they have a really open-minded, and you know. So I think that's the spirit in that organization. I'm very, very impressed about that.
And
it's amazing.
You stop growing if you don't have that. You might as well lay down and die. You know?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We ain't gonna do that. we're going a long ways.
That's right. So I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for your time. That's a great honor to me, to all of us, and
listen,
I appreciate
the honor's
it so
mine,
much.
and this was just a real pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Norris.
All right.
God bless you.
Go have some fun with my students.